Now, the next person that I am going to introduce, actually, she was gracious enough to, to take this yesterday because she was tied up today. I've known her since high school. She is an award-winning journalist. She was our beloved news anchor here in Jacksonville, Florida for 29 years. She's a 3-time breast cancer survivor. She's an American author of 2 memoirs, The Good Fight Through Rose-Colored Glasses and A Marathon from Fear to Love. She's a philanthropist, a marathoner. She's the founder and president of the Donna Foundation, a nonprofit that raises funds to assist breast cancer patients with critical financial needs. She is on the LifeVantage advisory board, and she has reached Elite Pro 9. Folks, what that means, her business does $500,000 a month in revenues. And I want everyone to listen intently. She is going to be talking about the science of our incredible products. This is Donna Deegan.
Okay, good morning, everybody. It's good to be with you this morning. Thanks for getting up and spending part of your Saturday with us. I want to congratulate you for spending your time to grow your business. It's a great idea, and you're going to get some great training today. Also, thanks to Dave and Jill for making sure all of this gets to happen. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how LifeVantage has really transitioned from a Nerf 2 company, which is obviously, for those of you who have been in this for a while, you know that's what drew me and really most of us who've been in for a long time to LifeVantage. But we've become so much more than just a Nerf 2 company. We're going to be talking about transitioning from a Nerf 2 company to a nutrigenomic company, to a biohacking company. We're always looking now for new ways to biohack the aging code, and that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about today. So I will talk about Nerf 2, but then I want to get into basically what we call the core 4 of cellular health. And I'm going to do it pretty quickly. Gabe's asked me to take about 10 to 15 minutes to get into this, so I'm going to try to do this as efficiently as possible so you can get on to some other great training today. But I got into LifeVantage, I guess, more than 7 years ago now, because really it was a company that clearly was on the cutting edge of cellular aging. I was a 3-time cancer survivor. Or genes within your DNA to do some repair work and to dial back the aging process and to help the body age more healthily. And that's really what we're all about. And so when I got in, basically we had Nerf 2 activation. And the idea behind that was all of us have oxidative stress simply by virtue of the fact that we breathe, right? We breathe in, we breathe out, and that oxygen causes a degradation to our cells. For lack of a better term, it rusts our cells. And so what happened back in 2003 is some scientists came up with a breakthrough that allowed the body to upregulate enzymes through NRF2 activation, which is simply activating a protein messenger within the DNA and allowing the DNA to upregulate enzymes that eradicate free radicals at a rate so much greater than we could ever do with food, that it became this enormous scientific breakthrough. So I'm going to try to share my screen here. I've tried to condense my PowerPoint, but I do want to share a few screens with you if I can, because I think it's easier for people to understand what's involved in this if we can actually take a look. So let me start my slideshow here and see how that works. Hey, how about that? I'm always so pleasantly surprised when that works. So we started off with Nerf 2 activation, right? The biggest thing about this is really the first line you see there on that slide, that it's proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. Oxidative stress is the main driver of what causes our cells to age and what leads to the disease process. So you can imagine, we've never had any product before that's been able to take 5 natural plant ingredients and actually reduce the amount of oxidative stress load in the body. That's never been possible. We've never been able to do it with food at all. And now for the first time, scientists come up with this breakthrough, and it's all plant-based, which was so exciting. And that led to just a mountain of research that went into this. You had all sorts of organizations coming to LifeVantage and saying, oh my gosh, we can take out 40% of that aging process. What does that mean for diseases that we research? And so that's what led to this huge body of what we call peer-reviewed published research, and what led NRF2 activation to really come into the forefront, led pharmaceutical companies to come out and want to start testing ways to activate NRF2. There are so many exciting things about NRF2 activation because it literally dials back cellular aging. And so no wonder all of us were very excited about that. But we moved past that because it's only one part of that core four, that cellular puzzle that we're trying to create to biohack the aging code. And we do that with nutrigenomics. And so nutrigenomics, just to use a term that we're using in this situation, is to take foods or plant ingredients and put them together in synergy. And in synergy, they activate the DNA to upregulate certain enzymes that help to heal the body. And so we figured out, gosh, there's more than just one protein messenger out there that we can activate. There's more than one thing that we can do to help people with their cellular health to biohack that aging code. So why would we not take advantage of that? It's a $500 billion industry out there, this whole anti-aging industry. And we are on the cutting edge of that. We have the opportunity to further the science that really we broke into this whole area of study with. So LifeVantage has always led the way in nutrigenomics. We just didn't call it nutrigenomics back in the day. And now a lot of folks just like to call it biohacking. But that one protein messenger was very powerful because while we can't manipulate our DNA, what we can do is we can manipulate the genes within our DNA. And that allowed an upregulation of antioxidant enzymes, which eradicated free radicals. So our scientists thought, well, what other triggers, what other levers can we pull that can activate the DNA to do other things that are important? And we know that as we age, in addition to the fact that we have a lot of free radicals in our bodies, we also have a weakening of our mitochondria. And our mitochondria is really, here you're looking at some of the journals and patents that are involved in our products, but our mitochondria are really the powerhouse of our cells. They're what cause our bodies to go. They allow us to perform. They allow our muscles to work. There's so much in the body that is controlled by mitochondria, and in turn, mitochondrial dysfunction causes a lot of problems. So our scientists actually isolated another protein messenger, NRF1, and they came up with a way to trigger that as well so that we can upregulate mitochondria, so new mitochondria in the cells. But remember, as I said, when we age, our mitochondria, not only do we make less, but the ones we have less integrity. They don't work very well. They lose their energy, so we lose our energy. And so what we've been able to do with these 5 ingredients that are involved in Protandim NRF1, when put together in synergy, remember that's really the key here. The individual ingredients aren't the thing. It's the synergy of the ingredients when put together that makes them so powerful. That's what's nutrigenomics, right? And so that upregulates mitochondria and allows the body to perform more effectively. So I want you to think about this picture with me, okay? If your cells are the engines that run your body, and off of those engines comes exhaust, right? That exhaust, if left unattended, comes back and rusts your engine. So if you think of NRF2 as the vacuum cleaner that goes in and sucks up the exhaust so it can't come back to rust your engine, then think of NRF1 as the product for the engine itself to keep your engine humming and going. So let me get into the other 2 products that are involved in our core 4 and our vitality stack. This is a product called ProBio. And you know, the real knock on probiotics over the years is that 96% of them would burn up in the stomach acid before they would ever get to the gut to populate the gut with healthy bacteria. Why is it important to have healthy bacteria in the gut? Well, because what we've learned in the last couple of decades as we've gone along in studies is that if we don't have a healthy microbiome, if we don't have a healthy gut bacteria, then we have a body that suffers in terms of immune function. We can't manage our weight very well. Our brain function is not as good. In fact, some scientists actually call the gut the second brain. So this really becomes an important thing. But 96% of most probiotics that you put in your body burn out before they ever get to the gut, which is why so many people have been down on probiotics over the years. Well, our scientists at LifeVantage come up with a probiotic with something called BioTrack technology in it, which allows it to actually time release all the way through the system, and 60% plus of this product, ProBio, actually gets all the way to the gut to populate the gut with those cultures that really do the work, with the most important ones for your body. There's also something in this called Wellmune, which helps to also increase your immune function. So a wonderful product, and really part and parcel of that core 4 for cellular health. And then the final piece of the vitality stack of the core 4 is our Omega Plus product. And you know, how many times have you heard people say, "Oh, I just can't take fish oil. It tastes awful. It's you know, it tastes rancid." Well, that's because a lot of times it is. LifeVantage has taken incredible steps, not only with this product, with all of its products, to make sure that they are examined. Each one is tested for purity. And this is the same with this. Our Omega Plus is an amazing product. It supports cognitive health, heart health, skin health. It supports, again, a healthy immune system. You're hearing all these same things because you have all these different parts that come in to really help the cell to age more healthily, because you're giving back to it pieces of its integrity that it lost as you got older, if that makes any sense. So your Omega Plus has omega-3s and omega-7s in it. There are no filler omega-6s in this, and that's really important. Omega-3s and 7s are your best omega fatty acids. This is also great for weight management. It's another product. All these, you put all these together, and you're seeing how, you know, you're feeling better, your skin looks better, you're managing your weight better, your immune function is better, and all of these play a different role in that. And this is also supplemented with vitamin D3, which is very important for cellular health. I heard about vitamin D3 from my doctor before I ever heard about Protandim years ago, as something that I needed to take just because it was so good for my cellular health. So I'm thrilled they've added it to this Omega product. And the other thing that I think is really cool about this is that you can actually track our fish oils 100% traceable from boat to bottle, which means you can actually go in and you can find out, where did my fish oil come from? And you know where these fish came from where they were caught, right back to the bottle that it's from the boat to the bottle that it's in. So I think that's great in terms of really feeling good about where these products are coming from. So this is basically your vitality stack. These are the building blocks. This is the main foundation of our nutrigenomic starter kit, right? Because we're going to continue to look at different ways that we can hack into that aging code, try to make ourselves age more healthfully, to give ourselves a better chance to feel good as we get older. But these are the core 4, as I've said, and I use that term over and over because I think it's just so important to understand that if you're just talking about the basics of cellular health, you've really got it covered right here in the vitality stack. So again, you're reducing oxidative stress, you're boosting mitochondrial production, you're improving your cellular energy, improving your microbiome, making that healthier, and you're improving your brain function and your heart function. So these are great products, and really, when you talk to people about nutrigenomics, this is where I start now. I think we make a mistake if we just talk about NRF2 activation and we don't give people a whole picture, because we have an opportunity to make people a lot healthier, and Protandim is awesome and amazing, and will always be our breakthrough flagship product. But we are doing people that we talk to a disservice if, when we are talking about our products, we don't explain to them, yes, this is where we started, but we've grown so much from there with our research into what we can do to make you healthier on the inside. So obviously there are a lot more products we have with LifeVantage. My job today was to talk about the vitality stack. I hope that helped a little bit. I think that new video that we have, that's the animated video, I have heard so much great feedback about that. It does such a great job of really explaining the vitality stack and what it does. But obviously all sorts of great tools. But I'll let you get back to the rest of your training now. Gabe, Jill, thanks for giving me an opportunity to play a part. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your training and a great day. See ya.